Oh.
Well, hello. It's time for another Q&A, number 89. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with Sunshine Valley 123.
It's 121.
Oh, no, it says 1, 2. Oh, 121. Looked like a 3.
It's funny, her eyes are way better than mine.
Far away.
In a distance, but me with reading glasses.
Yeah, he's always correcting me, but far away I can see crystal clear. But okay. Anyway, Sunshine Valley 121.
She's a brand new, and I haven't seen her comment before.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sunshine.
Welcome, Sunshine. What do you guys do for Christmas, like Christmas Day? Any traditions that the family sticks to aside from the cute jammies you guys made?
Oh, that's cute. Good question.
Yeah, it's a good question since Christmas is coming up.
The sleepover the night before.
Yeah, we do a sleepover the night before. We started that because our daughter Amanda, her birthday's the 26th, the day after Christmas. And we thought, well, we could celebrate it the day of Christmas, but that kind of takes away from her birthday. And my brother, I had a brother that was born on Christmas, and he always gets forgotten. So we thought, well, let's still celebrate her birthday the day after Christmas, but have everybody sleep over.
And when she was growing up, I would always say, well, we just take one of the Christmas presents and use that for your birthday.
And she still believes it to this day. And she hated having her birthday around Christmas, and she has 2 children in right around Christmas. So she goes, ugh. Anyway, so we do a sleepover. We have Christmas dinner, Christmas Day, and
gingerbread.
Gingerbread houses.
I know we do it at Thanksgiving, but don't we do it at Christmas also?
Sometimes, but now there's so many kids, it's hard. We used to do it that way, but we try and do the gingerbread houses before Christmas because we have so much to do. We have everybody come for Christmas Day, then they can all do their Christmas traditions at home.
And first come, first you get to choose which bed, which room they want to sleep in. Tell them how many bedrooms
we have 7 bedrooms, and so there's, counting us, and so with the 6 kids and us, they each get their own bedroom, the adults, and the kids just sleep wherever. They don't care if they sleep on the floor, but the adults, they all want the best bed. And 2 of the bedrooms don't have mattresses in them, and so I tell them, we'll bring some of those air mattresses.
Foam rubber.
And I have mattresses under the beds and stuff. So we have plenty of mattresses and pillows and blankets, and it's crazy, but it is so much fun. And Santa Claus comes.
Okay, another tradition is the Christmas decorations with the photos of the kids on it.
Yeah, and I'll show you those. I have an ornament with each of the kids and the adults and the spouses, and we hang them on the tree. That's my ornament.
It's a little photograph on the card.
And then we have Santa Claus come, and he gives them each orange, and we always give an orange, and we always give a candy or a treat.
Should I tell them where that came from?
Yeah.
Well, when Roseanne grew up, her dad always turned out the lights. Or did he turn out the lights?
Turn out the lights.
And he would be Santa Claus.
Because he couldn't afford an outfit, so he would turn out the lights, and he would come around to each of our beds. We didn't have a room. We were all in the same room. Because
and the bells outside.
Yeah, and he would have the bells, and we'd get so excited. And Christmas Eve was more exciting than Christmas Day. Okay. And Papa O, we had Santa come. We turned the lights out. We had Santa come when the kids were little, and now we have him actually has a suit that he comes in, and so that's a lot of fun.
Santa in our family would always finish it off by throwing
oranges. Yeah, we always have the oranges. And so that's just a fun tradition. And then we haven't done it for a few years, but we started doing dance-offs. We thought, oh, let's do boys against the girls dancing, or family against family dancing. And our family's gotten so big, it's kind of hard to organize a dance-off, but maybe I'll post a couple of the dance-offs, or I think Papa O's got them on his channel, a couple of the dance-offs. And then try and get everybody to bed. And usually the kids start falling asleep eventually. And then the adults, we can, then we open presents that we've each drawn a name. The kids usually...
The night on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve. No, Christmas Day.
Oh, Christmas Day.
Because this is when they all come over. They do their own traditions on Christmas Eve. And then we do the jammies and jammies picture. And we won't do the jammies picture this year because we did it clear back in April when our son was here. And that adds to the craziness. But we get our jammies picture, and then we do the dance off. The adults can play games, and we have Santa come and try and get the kids to bed, and then the adults can open presents that they've given each other. We draw names. We don't give to everybody. We just draw names because it's too hard to give everybody a present. And we do that, and then Grandma and Grandpa have a present they give each of the grandkids, and they open theirs. And then on Christmas Day, of course, the kids are up bright and early. They get everybody up, and then we do a huge breakfast: pancakes, bacon, eggs, waffles, sausage, orange juice, just whatever we can think of. And usually everybody's pretty tired from the day before, so they go home pretty early.
It's been
they're usually home
one
by
alternate name for that evening is the longest day of the year.
Longest day of the year. It's crazy, but it's really fun. And I just tell Papa O, because he's not used to crazy. I grew up with crazy, but he's not used to it. And I just say, just know it's
after
going.
42 years.
Well, I still have to pre-warn you. I say, just know it's going to be crazy. It just is. And he has a room he can go into and shut the door and lock it.
I actually have two of them, my computer room and
what's the other one?
The bedroom.
Oh, the bedroom, yeah. And he can go away anytime he wants if he just can't take it anymore. But you've been doing good. I haven't seen you
doing well.
You've been doing well. So so it's crazy fun. And then I usually forget to tell my brother happy birthday because he was born on Christmas Day. He's a little red-headed boy born after 6 girls. So Mom was pretty excited about that.
And tell our traditions. What do we do? Traditions for food? Any particular?
That we eat on Christmas Day? I usually do a turkey or a ham. We usually have everybody bring something. On Sundays, I cook all the meals, but when everybody's there, I need help because that's 40 people, and so I usually assign food out to people, and that makes it a lot easier. I'll cook up the turkey, and that's usually all I do, and then everybody else brings the other stuff. But it's way fun. We love it, and the kids love running to the tree and looking for their ornament.
But the long table plus a kind of a wraparound table, they fill right up.
We set everything up, and it's crazy, but we call it crazy fun.
So people actually have to eat.
Have a place to sit down. Yeah. That's a good question. Okay. I'm here to dance. Okay, you want to read that one?
Sure. I'm not sure I heard you right, but you said something about your kids being financially independent at age 8. What does that mean? Did you make them earn money to buy their own food and clothes? If so, how did they do that? And what happened if they couldn't earn money?
What kind of reading is that?
No, I was emphasizing because it's good questions.
Oh my gosh.
I was putting emphasis on the right syllable.
Yes, I raised our kids the way other people did, but they had to, pass the test. And the one that I copied this from was Marie Osmond's mother. When I was reading her book, I go, ooh, I like that idea, because I didn't know how to run money when I got married. I'm still learning. And she says, oh, by the time
After 42 years, you're still learning?
I'm still learning, yeah.
We all are.
Because I like to spend money. I'm not a very good saver. Joe's more the saver type person. I'm more I like to spend. I don't know. I think it's fun to have money to spend. Anyway, so by age 8, when we say financially on their own, that just, we provide the house and we provide the food and the bed and transportation and stuff like that. But what they need to be in charge of is their own clothes,
their own spending money,
their clothes. If they want candy, if they join some kind of sports like football, cheerleading, gymnastics, they got to pay for it themselves. Piano lessons, if they want to take piano lessons, you pay for it yourself. And you come up with the money, and if they can't come up with the money, I help do a fundraiser, or we did a newspaper route.
And we've done selling homemade bread.
Yeah, we did fundraisers. Kids would say, I need $100, or I need $200 by Wednesday for the choirs going to California. I go, well, let's get going. If it's around Father's Day, I'd make bread. We'd make 100. I said, you guys you could do the calling. You call them up, and you sell the bread. You deliver it. I'll bake it. But you deliver it, you collect the money, and I would always take...
Everybody will buy a homemade bread.
We'd sell it for like $2. And it'd be, if it's around Father's Day, we'd put a cute little poem on there and wrap a little bow around it, wrap it in saran wrap.
That's a little bit cheaper than the Walmart whole wheat bread.
Yeah, and we'd make their own bread. We'd do pizzas on Christmas. I mean, on New Year's Eve, we sold pizzas for homemade pizzas for $10.
The steady income was the newspaper route for the kids.
Yeah, the steady income newspaper route. We just did it once a week.
But how many years did they do that?
18 years we did the newspaper route.
And they all participated in it.
And we never paid our kids for chores around the house or for grades. Says that's your doings. Your reward is
the grade.
The grade.
Yeah.
Your reward is how you succeed in life. Why should I pay you for getting an A? That's false. That's not how the world works. I tried to run our family the way the world works. You don't get paid for
accomplishing something.
Accomplishing something. I mean, you get a wage, and you may get a raise for if you did well at the company, but you don't get paid just for doing, like if they had the chores. We had our chore chart, and if they need to do their chores, and we didn't pay them for emptying the garbage, making their bed. That's just expected.
So
that's part of being a family.
After themselves, there's no payment for that.
No payment. Well, if they needed money, we'd say, well, why don't you go paint the outside of the house? It needs that. Or why don't you go fix the wooden fence? Why don't you go fix this? Stuff that's not a normal day-to-day life.
Little kids usually can't do those things.
Well, yeah, the older ones can.
Yeah.
It has to be age appropriate.
Or they can... in summertime, they can cut grass for the neighbors.
Yeah, they could. But did we pay them for that, cutting grass?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Because that's on a day-to-day. But emptying the garbage, making your bed, picking your clothes up, keeping your room clean.
Used to cut it.
Those aren't. Well, I don't recall cutting it.
I didn't pay you for it.
Yeah, no. You don't pay your wife or husband for mowing the lawn.
Oh, yeah? You give them a checkbook, right?
And so... So that's just how we did it, and we'd open them a checking account at age 8. We'd go down to the bank, and now they make it easy for kids to have a checking account, but back then they didn't. And we had to tell the bank. They'd say, "Oh, you don't want to do that." I says, "Yeah, I do." And it'd be under my name, and they'd have checks, and I'd say, "Let me show you how to write a check out. Let me show you how to balance that money. You've got $10 in there. You're going to spend it all for candy." And if they need a uniform for baseball, say, gosh, I guess we go to the DI and pick your uniform out.
And also,
and you pay for it.
We kind of went by the 10% rule, which is 10% to the church, because we believe in the law of tithing.
Yeah, we'd have them pay their tithing.
And 10% at least for savings. Yeah.
And then what's left over, that's how it is with the world. So you train them at age 8, and it worked out so well. They're all financially doing very well because they learned how to do that.
They created their own businesses when they grew up.
Yeah, because we were always looking for stay-at-home jobs. The kids all have stay-at-home jobs. They all created their own jobs. So it's kind of interesting that it turned out that way. We did newspaper route. We cut wires and put a bead on the end for dart guns.
Survival blow dart guns.
The kids, I would just go around the neighborhood and find jobs the kids could do. Oh, they worked for a farmer. His name was Fred.
Oh, they always worked the farm.
Worked for the farmer and out picking corn. Boy, if you can get a farmer, the kids really learn how to work. I mean, they can do work around the house, but that's, in my eyes, that's easy work because I grew up on a farm. And if you can get the kids out on a farm working, that's real work. I mean, emptying your garbage and picking your room up, that's just keeping yourself.
That's what's expected.
That's just appreciating a room. I never had a room. I had 6 sisters in one room with no heat. And I says, you don't even appreciate having a room. I didn't have a room. I had a bed. I said I kept my bed made. And I had a drawer. And I kept my clothes in, and that was it. And I had 6 inches part of the closet. It was just a rod hung
Then
up.
The final question is, what happened if they couldn't earn money?
If they couldn't earn it, we would help them. I would do the fundraisers. I would help them, but they did the work. Like when we sold pizzas, I would make the pizzas, but they had to deliver it. They had to find the customers. They had to manage the money.
One job, they assembled parts for a furnace.
They assembled parts for a furnace. We found ways to get money. I'm amazed how many times we found.
And the blow darts was for survival.
Dart guns.
Survival magazine, where they sold blow darts to kill animals in the wild. It's more like for survival people.
Yeah. So we found ways, and we did fundraisers, and like the kids, when they wanted to do piano lessons or clogging, I says, well, we clogged as a family, so we didn't have to come up with cost. Yeah, teach your kids what it's like. It's like you're raising your children to fly, like the birds teach they actually push the birds out of the nest and teach them how to fly. But you teach them what the world is like, so it's not this big surprise. All of a sudden they get out into the world and they go, what in the world is this? And just so surprised. I gotta buy my own food. I gotta buy my own, what? They're prepared. They're ready to go. When our kids went on missions, they knew how to manage their money. Their other companions would try and figure out, say, oh, my money's all gone, because they'd get money once a month. It's not easy, but if you can teach them how to work and how to manage money, you have done them a great service, because that's what the world is like.
3 of them paid for their own college just from excelling in sports.
Yeah, got scholarships. The 3 girls.
Full ride scholarship. Tuition. Everything.
2 of them got full ride, and then Rochelle, she got a bit of a scholarship, but she lost it because her grades weren't high enough, and she just put herself through school.
Well,
she had a sewing
job
at home.
Still doing that mentality of high school and junior high. Can I do extra credit because I missed that assignment? But they don't do extra credit.
Well, no, she paid her way through school, and the boys, they went on missions and then came home and just worked, and
one of our sons just
Davey
started his own video business of taking wedding videos.
Then Davey did wedding videos, and then Jimmy Joe put himself through college. So they all did the college. Well, Johnny didn't, but he self-educated himself in the the video field, and they're all doing really well. So it works.
The one son has a PhD in chemistry. He accomplished that without himself ever paying for anything. He paid as he went.
And he kept his grades high, and he got grants, and he got married and had 2 kids.
But he had no school loans for his whole career in school.
Don't do school loans. They'll put you in debt. Him and his wife were able to, she got a PA. She became a PA, and he became a doctorate, and they never took out loans. They got grants, or they paid as they went. Because they didn't want that burden of that debt after. And I don't know, I swear by raising your kids this way.
Yeah, they're good money managers.
I'll post a video of how we did that, and it's also in my book. But it works, and it's funny when they bought their own clothes. They want mom to buy them the $100 pants, but when they buy their own clothes, they go back to the $10.
They go back to a thrift store.
They hated it when I'd buy stuff at the DI, but
they don't know what DI is.
Desert Industries is a thrift shop, or like what you said. Yeah. And then if they did buy an expensive pair of pants and they grew out of them, they would sell them to their younger siblings. They said, "Oh, I'll sell these to you for $10 or whatever." And so it just worked out really well. I don't know if we have. Okay, one more, and then we got to close because we've been going already. Make sure you let me know if you want the book, Mama Knows About Fences. Okay, Casey Carmichael. Mama O, can you give us an update on your root canal and how you had not long ago, and how was it done with pain management after? Yeah, it's doing fine now. It hurt for like a week. I couldn't even tap, and I just took ibuprofen. I told the dentist later, he says, "Oh, we should have given you some strong stuff." And I said, "Oh, it's fine. I got through it. It wasn't extremely painful. I just couldn't touch it." Yeah, and it's doing good now. That's nice of you to ask. That's really sweet of you to ask. Okay, we'll close with a couple of quotes.
Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is beginning of love.
It is. Boy, if you smile at somebody, they smile back. Okay, and this is another quote. It says, "If you can't feed 100 people, then feed 1." And we'd like to end with that, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. There's always places to donate for the homeless, and there'll always be poor among us, always. It's just the way it is. So help when you can. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. That was a lot of fun, and keep the questions coming. Thank you, and good night, everybody.
Good night.
It's been so long since we've done the waltz. Could you swing and twirl me once more? Let's go left, right as the music plays on, swaying in and out across the floor. Do you remember the time when our eyes first met? You walked up and asked me to dance. Well, I was so shy, I barely took your hand as you led me